All right, so if y'all want to see price slice through supply zones like it's not even there, then yesterday was the day. Do a little quick recap of yesterday's action here. Um, you can kind of see the move here. Let's start on the supply side since that's really all we touched. Um, Top two supply zones we're looking for are the ones that we rejected off of yesterday. We have a 90 minute here at 44.10 that we touched a couple times overnight and rejected. Inside that, we have a little 45 minute at 44.20 that extends to 44.30. Above that, we have a small 45-minute zone at 44.52, and then this key 90-minute supply zone at 44.61 that we rejected off a couple times. And so this is, part of this 2 week downtrend. We made a couple lower highs here, one here, almost touched it here. So to really try to reverse and break this downtrend and possibly begin an uptrend, we definitely need to break this level and make a higher high, maybe put in some higher lows, and then get that uptrend started. So that is a key level. You can see we rejected off of yesterday. We didn't break it, but we are getting up there again right now. A couple hours before they open the next day. That's on the supply side. On the demand side, we have a 15-minute demand zone that was created at the end of the day, a couple days ago. Had a nice drop, and then about 10 minutes before the close, they ripped it back up. So you got a 15-minute zone here at 43.79, and then a 90-minute demand zone at 43.55 that we touched a couple days ago. And that's good on the demand side. On the supply side, I forgot we did create a small little 4-hour supply zone overnight before the open here at 43.96. That's just the red line there. Didn't want to draw a box and just clutter the chart. All right, and then overnight highs 44.08, 44.09, right inside that supply zone 90-minute. Overnight lows 43.71 inside that 15-minute demand zone. So good day for longs yesterday. As you can see, we had that first hour upside move and just a solid rip. And this is something we haven't seen in this downtrend. So possibly the first good sign of strength in this week and a half, 2 week downtrend. That's one good sign. Second good sign is it's another green day. This is in this downtrend that we haven't had a consecutive green day. So we had a decent day on, let's see, Monday. Yeah, Monday. We had a nice little green hammer, and then yesterday was a consecutive green day. So another good sign for longs there. But yeah, so we had an hour uptrend through the supply zones. Here's your 90-minute. Well, let's just start from the beginning. So we're opening up at 43.85, right? Getting into this 4-hour supply zone. Not much weakness shown. Nothing to short here, right? As always, we look for lower highs on the 5-minute chart. We didn't get that. Not even close. If anything, we had a rally-based rally on the 5-minute chart, created some nice demand there, and that was about all the demand that we created yesterday until the very end of the day. But usually on moves like this, you want to see an upward move, let it balance, let it consolidate, let people sell, let people buy before the next leg up. We just kind of had a steady uptrend, and it did balance and consolidate, but not much happened after. So it was hard to get a long entry, if you're basing it off of that. All right, so we're getting into this 4-hour supply zone. Like I said, not much weakness. You maybe have some 1 or 2 low 1-minute buying candles. I don't think I even see that here. Definitely no weakness on the 5-minute chart, and then we ripped right through it. 4-hour supply zone. I think it ended right there, so that 4-hour zone is gone. No reason to short. Now inside this 90-minute zone. Again, kind of the same reaction. Didn't get much weakness. Yesterday, what were we doing? The reaction was just basically rallying to it and rejecting, rallying to it and rejecting. This has given us a different reaction, right? So different reaction equals different results. So instead of rejecting off it, we should rip right through it, and that's sure enough, that's what happened. Like I said, not much weakness, definitely not on the 5-minute chart. Once again, really not much weakness on the 1-minute chart. and we're just grinding right through it. Once you start seeing us hanging around these supply zones, like I said, giving us a different reaction, we're just consolidating, we're going to uptrend with it. It's less reliable and it should break. So no shorting here. I mean, look at this on the 1 minute chart. I mean, it really is just a grind, slow uptrend. Higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, just going up, 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 up. And even inside this 45-minute zone at 44.21, same thing, just grinding right through it. So as of about the first 45 minutes, we're through both of these supply zones and overnight highs. We also had some good volume out of it, telling you that it should sustain value. And that's what happened. We really didn't, once we got to this 44.44 key level that I didn't address before we opened, this is something that we've used as support and resistance for the past couple weeks. We started getting some resistance here, broke it, just kind of hanging around with it. Didn't touch this 45-minute zone yet. Just kind of balancing in this area, and this is where we sat for basically the rest of the day until 2 o'clock. We just sat here in this area between 44.50 and about 44.35, and this is what you want to see. If you are looking for this 2-week downturn to break, if you're long bias, always go long. This was a good move yesterday. Like I said, 3 good signs of strength. 1, different reaction off of that supply zone that we ripped right through. 2, we created demand down here, which I'll draw. 3, volume just kind of died off after this big move. That says market participants are accepting these prices, right? So at that point, you should know any big dip, should get bought up. For me to go long, I didn't take any place today. For me to go long, I would have liked a dip closer to overnight highs, closer to what resistance was, around the 44.10 area, and hopefully it can act as support. And then also touch inside this 3-hour demand zone, which I'm going to go ahead and draw out. That was right at 43.97, it's a 3-hour zone. Pretty sure this is really the only demand zone that was created this morning. All right. So, I would have liked to touch back into there and try to go long, but yeah, we didn't get close to that. We didn't break 44.30. So yeah, not much you can do here. If you're scalping, cool, have that. You can have little 5-10 point moves, just expecting that any dip get bought up. But we didn't get any big dip. You had small dips here and there, bought up, small dip, bought up, and then once, like I said, 2 o'clock came around, it started grinding up, made new highs, ripped right through this 45-minute zone. No weakness here. Let me find it on the 1 minute chart. Come on. Yep, no weakness there. No reason to short. And now we're inside this key 90-minute zone at 44.61 that we've rejected off a couple times. Yeah, no reason to go long or short here either. At this point, it's so late in the day. We're getting towards 15, 10 minutes into the day where it becomes a little too volatile. So I will not touch it, even if it made a lower high in supply zone. The end of the day volume just kind of does whatever it wants. All right, yeah. So we get into the zone. If you were going to short it, this might have been it. You did get some weakness here. At that point, you see it coming down. You want to look for a lower high, and then you can short off of that. But we didn't get that. It actually made a new high. So at that point, it should invalidate it for you, and wait for another lower high. And then the market basically closed, so you didn't get your chance to get a lower high here right when the market closed. But that's a little too sketchy if you ask me, especially knowing it's earnings season. So there's usually a big company releasing their earnings report right after close, and that's exactly what happened and why we sold off. Netflix just absolutely tanked their earnings, and so the market sold off about 20, 30 points, and sold off right into a demand zone that we created right here. We created I believe it was a 90-minute demand zone. Let's see. Yeah, right at 44.42 down to 44.30, and that's where it sat basically all overnight, getting a decent move off of it a couple hours before the open bell today back into the supply zone. I believe probably in anticipation of the Tesla earnings that are coming out after hours today. So this demand zone right here that I haven't drawn out, we'll see if we can act as support today. We'll see if we can break this supply zone finally and hopefully start a decent uptrend the next couple weeks. But yeah, we'll get a good recap after the action today, and we'll go from there. No plays for me today, just a solid uptrend, balance, and a little rip. And I hope you guys got some good plays out of it, but really not any good quality setups out of speculation. But all right, I'll see you guys later.